Hello, everybody. Welcome to North Star Mystic Tarot. My name's Erin, and we're going to jump right in. I love this mug. I absolutely love it. And I found the perfect blend of coffee. I'll put it in the description if anyone's interested. So good. So, we have here, to start out, I pulled from the botanical deck, the Prairie. And the Prairie is about innocence, and it's about kind of new beginnings and not being disappointed or cynical. So it's very sweet, very innocent. And then in this tarot deck, we have the Lovers. And the Lovers can be about a relationship, and it can also be about a divine pathway. So let's see what else we have here. It's a very sweet start to our reading, where the divine is with us in a very straightforward, innocent way, and then maybe resonating to our own gentler side. And then we have the Six of Wands. This always makes me think of Charlotte's Web. The Six of Wands, which is victory, and I find it interesting that he has mushrooms growing in his victory wreath. And so the symbolism in this card with the mushrooms is that, well, first of all, sometimes victory takes time. It takes time to grow. Mushrooms aren't around all the time. You have to wait for the right season when they pop up. And they're also the culminating aspect of the fungus. It's the fruiting body is the only part that we get to see. So it's a very apt metaphor, but it also points to the conditions being right and the season being right. So this is essentially saying that Spirit has orchestrated a time for you of being led by guidance and having a kind of sweet trust around that and around your victory here. Yeah, I'm going to pull from another tarot deck. It keeps it dynamic. The Nine of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment. And it's also, again, about mastering a craft and committing to something long term. The way this man stands with his cups, it's clear that they represent an investment in a long-term project of his, and he finally got where he wanted to be. And so this is a combination of Spirit giving you grace and also honoring what you've done and how hard that you have worked. So this is not an unearned time of peace. It's very much something that is very appropriate for you right now. This is a botanical deck by a company called For Strange Women, and they create like scents and perfumes. I wish it was more well known because it is so beautiful. Tarantula. So that's about being aware. It's about intuition and being aware and sensitive of what's happening around you. So you have achieved your success by listening, by being intuitive through your sensitivity, just like a spider sits on a web and always can feel the vibrations if something lands on it. It's always aware of whether the web is moving or not, right? So it looks like Spirit is basically opening a gateway for you. And you get to be kind of ushered in to your victory, which is super cool. All right. We have Cinnamon, which is about warmth and sweetness and embracing all the good things in life, just like the Lana Del Rey song. That's saying that this is also a time for you of sensory enjoyment. So good scents, beautiful atmospheres, great conversation, good company, and being content. I'm picking up being content on your own. I'm picking up for some of you listening that you have been on a journey of discovering your inner self in the things that bring you wonder and joy, like roses and cinnamon and beautiful stones, things that bring you happiness. And in a way, it's as if through sensory delights, you can learn to fully trust yourself by establishing yourself in a frequency based on who you really are and living from there. This is advanced manifestation, in my opinion, because it's not so much a matter of just declaring I have $10,000 and then show me, universe, all the ways that I have $10,000 and kind of taking that law of assumption, and affirming what you are wanting to see in your life. This is about believing. Like, stating affirmation is one thing, but believing that you can act now to create the kind of beautiful, even utopian life that you want to live starts with the risk of expanding, even if you're not 100% sure yet. So when we say take the risk of expanding, what we mean is actually bringing more of those sensory delights, things that bring you peace, joy, and happiness into your space, and opting to work and live in spaces that are like that support that vibration. And sometimes that can mean letting go of things that used to bring you comfort due to their familiarity and what you're used to, and instead considering a completely different set of circumstances for yourself, a different type of life with different priorities. That's scary because we subconsciously cling to what we know. So doing that is taking that law of assumption and then amplifying it, right? Through experimenting and trusting that you're supported in that action. It might mean changing your routine. It might mean changing priorities. It might mean spending a little money you don't feel like you should spend. So we're not being reckless, though, because recklessness is not trust. It's not faith. It's desperate energy. So it's about a gentle kind of expansion. So we have the Chariot, which is basically agreeing with what I'm saying. It's like move forward with the sweetness in life, right? And then we have the King of Wands here and the reverse Seven of Swords. And I feel like this is also backing up what I was saying, where the King of Wands is very expansive. It's a fire element card, and they're considered fast-moving energies and creative and very strong energy of leadership and confidence. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is upright. It's about kind of being either really strategic, but typically it's about being deceptive. And it is upside down. And so that can mean that you're not deceiving yourself as you expand. Like, you don't have to worry too much about that. You're letting go of people, places, things, and habits that undermine you is also how I see that happening. And I've also just noticed that the women holding him here, you can see that they're women because they're wearing bracelets and they've got their nails painted, and there's clearly like symbolism here pointing to these being women, which reminds me of the biblical story of Samson, of betrayal. So, and he's got swords hemming him in on all sides, behind him, below him, and across. So, but notice how his third eye is illuminated. He's in a place of acceptance here, which is an interesting interpretation of that situation of surrendering to the deception when you don't have a choice, so that the divine can take you to the next phase and the next step. Sometimes when old chapters close, they're not fun. But this was in reverse, and that is saying this is not something that you guys need to be worrying about. It is safe. I'm being shown to pull from this deck again. It is safe to expand a bit. Even if it means, look at that, we got the Six of Wands. Just as I said, it's safe to expand a bit, and it's at a double. We had that in the last spread. So if you needed an extra confirmation, it is. And I swear I didn't. It's not rigged, I swear. I pulled Prairie randomly out of that deck. And Clock and Bat. So we got Prairie again. Spirit is really wanting to make this message clear for you guys and really, really ensure that you know that you can trust. And you can trust the goodness. You can trust your inherent worth. And it's just a matter of time. I feel like clock mirrors the chariot. Time is always moving forward. And so as you move forward through time, you will start to see this reality become more established, and make sure that you choose it as well. It's an offering, and Spirit is holding your hand and saying, okay, let's bring more beauty, grace, and loveliness into your life. And then the bat card mirrors, look at how it automatically turned over the Seven of Swords. Spirit saying, again, you don't have to worry about the Seven of Swords. And then the bats is intuition again. It's sonar, like perception. It's vibration. And it's how the bats are aware of their surroundings, similar to the spider or the tarantula. So just keep listening to your intuition. It's only a matter of time before you enter this phase fully. And when you see the doors, open them. When you get an offering of sweetness, take it, open the door to it. Okay? So this is your reading. Spirit wants me to pull one more card for validation, though. I felt this like tap on the crown of my head, telling me to pull one more card for you guys. So now we have the Elder or King of Cups. And notice the balance here of one cup on each side. This is a card of emotional balance, of being capable of holding a lot of emotional space and depth as represented by the ocean, and then just graciously balancing it out, of knowing who you are and having confidence so that you can be emotionally deep and also feel that you can be very effective at the same time. So that is the wrap-up message from Spirit, and I hope this reading really resonated with you guys. Leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know. You can check in the description down below if you would like a personal one-on-one reading as well. So I hope you guys really enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.